Joining us now live is the man who has now delivered on that initiative to take care of his walk-ons, BYU head football coach Kalani Sitake. Coach, great to have you on the program. Congratulations on a groundbreaking deal. What have your emotions been like over the last 24 hours as all of this has unfolded?
Just been so happy for these young men, and I think the emotions for the whole team, for the coaches. It's been unbelievable, and it's been really good for our team. I just had a really cool conversation with a walk-on late last night who expressed his gratitude, but more than anything, the thing that he loved the most was the reaction of the scholarship players, just wanting this for them. And so, I think it's the right thing to do, and I'm glad that they get some relief, and hopefully they can keep getting more. So I just think that the life of a walk-on, I don't think a lot of people talk about it enough, but it's hard, and they're not given an opportunity to work because they're here working with the football team. And so if there's an opportunity to take care of them, I hope, and I'm glad that Bill was able to do that, and that Nick Greer and Deb, that they were willing to help out, and they saw the vision and the connection and the way that they can help relieve a lot of stress and with these young men.
I love, Kalani, everything about this. I love that BYU was out in front of it, which was incredible. Gary Verone did an article on ESPN.com saying, I hope the NCAA doesn't meddle with this because it's all legal, it's all good. Utah doesn't have a law against this, which is incredible. So what was the process like to get to this point where you thought, when Bill came to you and Nick and Deb, as you mentioned, hey, we want to do this, that yes, we can lead out in this, because it made a massive splash yesterday nationally?
I think just talking about it as a staff, and really our wish is this is where how can we utilize NIL to help our team and help everybody, not just the star players, but I think name, image, and likeness, it's hard to just single out one person. We're a team, and so who's the one that needs it the most on the team? And it's the walk-ons. And I knew going into it that the scholarship guys would be so excited about it, and we knew that was the reaction we were going to get, and how, they get something from it too, the scholarship guys, but they don't really care about that. I've had a bunch of the players just saying, hey, let's just keep taking care of the walk-ons. And you can imagine as a head coach how that makes you feel about the type of young men that I get to be around, the type of young men that I get to coach. And I think BYU fans and Cougar Nation should be really proud of how these guys interact with each other and how much they care about not just others in the community and Cougar Nation, but how much they really honestly love and care for each other. It's just a really cool thing to see in person. And I'm just really, really happy for how this can help, like I said, the walk-ons and their families.
Coach, without question, you knew this would be a groundbreaking situation for your players and the walk-ons and how much they give to the program. But did you anticipate this national wave of publicity like it has unfolded thus far?
Well, we knew that this was innovative and creative, and I'm first of all, I got to give tons of credit to Gary Verone and Billy Nixon and John Swift and others in the administration that have really put a lot of work into this. And then just Nick Greer is amazing that he saw the value in this and that he was willing to help. That's something that I think is unique, and it just happens that Built is kind of what we've been using anyways. We have Built Not Born as some of our things that we talk about, promoting a growth mindset. We've talked about our program Built for Life, and then now here comes along Built with Built Bar and the Built brand. So I think it all makes a lot of sense. It's definitely not coincidence, but I think it's a beautiful thing that just came into play, and how everything worked out. I'm just glad that we can take care of these young men. I just get emotional thinking about it, but I think there's like to see more, because I just if you did a list of all the walk-ons that came here, you'd be surprised at how much of an impact they've made in this program, not just since I've been here, but from Bronco to Croton to Lavelle.
Absolutely. And some of the best players in BYU history have been walk-ons. Chad Lewis and Dennis Pitta come to mind, right? Those guys were incredible later. And it pains me to admit that Dennis was great. I'm just kidding. Kalani, it's hard not to get emotional when you look at a guy like Talmadge Gunther right there, who is married and is a kid, and I was told maybe even has another kid on the way. That's really meaningful and humanizing for these guys who, like you said, bust their butt literally in practice day in, day out, and have had to pay their own way, and now it's a little bit easier, or a lot easier.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the story, and that this isn't about the star player, and guys that are out in the NFL are really excited. I got tons of text messages from guys that are out there playing in the NFL, getting ready for the preseason games, that are just like, Coach, this is awesome, and this is exactly what we needed. And I'm just honored to be a small part of it, and to see this happen, and to see how much relief it brings people. But this is something that I think a lot of people, when they watch it, the reason why it's gaining so much traction is because now we're not talking about just the star players. We're talking about what actually makes up the team. And that's, for us, it's everyone involved. We're 123 strong, and we talk about being a team. We talk about loving each other. And that's amazing when you can only have 11 on the field at one time. Everybody has a role here, whether it's a scout player or whatever they think. They think that it's a minimal role, but it has a huge impact in our success as a program. And I think there's a strong sense of pride in everyone and their role in this program. And I know that there is from me as a head coach, but from our coaches, I think that's just a huge sense of gratitude. And the way you do it is by taking care of everybody as much as you can.
BYU head football coach Kalani Sitake with us on BYU Sports Nation. We're discussing the name, image, and likeness deal for BYU football with the Built Brands. And I just want to know how long this thing took to get in place, Kalani. When did the conversations begin, and how long did it take for it to really become a thing of reality?
Well, we were hoping when NIL happened, we were trying to find ways to. This is something that was really important to me and to others in our support staff, and this is something that we were hoping to get done soon. And it took some time, but once Nick was presented with the opportunity, it's something that he just jumped on. It didn't take much time, other than once he realized he wanted to do it, it went pretty quickly from there. And I'm really thankful that our administration, Tom Homo, and his staff made this happen. And so I'm so thankful. This is a cool moment for all of us, and can't wait to get to practice now. I think the practice yesterday was good. We don't want it to be great because we want to make mistakes and get better, but the energy and the excitement is something that I think we can keep going on and keep building on.
Kalani, you mentioned you want to do more for the guys. Are there more deals in the works in the future relative to NIL and BYU football?
Well, I hope so. I mean, you're seeing what we're trying to get done, and I think a lot of people can rally around that. Obviously, Built is a company that wanted to jump in with it, and I hope others are willing to do that and help the little guys and the ones that are struggling. That this is hard. They can't get a job. Their job is football, and so a lot of them in the off season spend a good bulk of their time saving up, and a lot of them go into debt. And this is something that I think when NCAA made these rules and regulations that you can only have 85 players taken care of on scholarship, that made things a little rough. But I think sometimes you can take advantage of a young man wanting to be here and be at the school. And we want to make sure that they don't feel taken advantage of. We want to make sure that we know that they feel valued, and that they know that what they do in this program, their sacrifice matters. And I don't think it has to really happen in the pocketbook.
Coach, we're a little over a week into BYU football training camp in preparation for a very exciting 2021 campaign that opens against Arizona in just a little over 3 weeks. How close are the offensive and defensive playbooks to being completely installed and ready to roll in preparation for Arizona?
Really close. So we're going to scrimmage tomorrow. have some live work. We had some live work yesterday, and so it was really cool. I like that our guys were able to get out there and tackle and hit. Some guys that have been out of it for a while, return missionaries, and others that have overcome injury, had to test them a little bit, and that was really cool to see yesterday. And then so today we'll have a good practice and get ready for opportunity to have more live work tomorrow, and that's where we can start to see some separation in position battles and things like that. But the install's been it hasn't just been fall camp. We've been doing install for a while in our PRPs and things like that. It's just a matter of having the coaches be involved now is during camp, and I think we're really close to it.
Coach, again, our congratulations to you and the entire staff. We know so many people worked so hard on this and made really a miraculous thing happen. So props to you. Can't wait to hang out with you again, and we look forward to what this is going to mean for BYU football moving forward.
Man, love you boys. Appreciate it. Go Cougs.
Save us a cookies and cream Built Bar, okay?
Man, coconut's my favorite. That's the one. Rocky Road too. So yeah.
Duly noted.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kalani.